Alrighty, folks. Welcome to another edition of Just a Couple Guys Talking Football. We've got Tate back. Tate, how you feeling?
Not great. Been sick for over a week, so I'm sure you guys can tell the way I look and sound. But
the show must go on, right?
The show must go on, whatever it takes. Just like a lot of the football teams are starting to realize right now with their coaching changes.
Absolutely, and love that you brought that up. There's been a couple more movements in the coaching change. Now we're up to 8 teams that are looking for their head coaching. Next head coach, I should say. Mike McDaniel was fired most recently. Was that one a shocker to you, Tate, or did you kind of think that one was going to happen?
No, I figured that was going to happen as soon as Harbaugh came available.
Yeah.
In fact, I couldn't believe they didn't fire him sooner. You and I talked about it all year long about how Mike McDaniel's lost the locker room, everything. So no, and I think it sounds like the Dolphins already got their GM from the Packers.
They did just hire one this morning.
Harbaugh's going to be a Dolphin.
Okay, you know what? It's kind of funny because I actually thought Mike McDaniel might be safe at some point this year, but I do agree with you. I think the John Harbaugh firing caused the Dolphins to reevaluate this, and I think they're going to go all in on John Harbaugh because the thing is, when John Harbaugh got let go, supposedly, his agent said 7 teams reached out to him at that point. Well, there was only 7 teams looking for a head coach, and one of those was the Ravens. I don't think the Ravens were reaching back out to John Harbaugh's agent to figure that out. I think that one of the teams, and it might have been the Miami Dolphins going, hey, we're up for talking. Now,
well, let's talk about what about if the Packers lose and the Bills lose with
Harbaugh? I was just about to say, I think John Harbaugh literally just said that he's not going to interview till next week. And I think that there is a very good reason for that because you brought up two teams that could possibly be destinations for him. And that's the Green Bay Packers and that is the Buffalo Bills. I mean, and you could do you put the Pittsburgh Steelers in there? The Pittsburgh Steelers might be looking for a coach too. Yeah. I mean, if listen, if that kick doesn't miss on Sunday, we could be talking about Mike Tomlin looking for a job here. And I still think you could be talking about Mike Tomlin looking for a job. I do think, Mike Florio has kind of said that Matt LaFleur is not necessarily on the most stable ground in Green Bay. He kind of has this feeling that the new president that's coming in is looking to probably make a change. Buffalo Bills, I think you got to ask that question about Sean McDermott. And I hate to say it because I've been asking that question for the last couple of years. I know you and I have always talked about it. I think McDermott's a good coach, but maybe it's just not working in Buffalo for him. I don't know. Yeah. We'll have to see. And yes, like I said, Pittsburgh Steelers, Mike Tomlin, I still think that's a real possibility of happening. Absolutely. Mike McDaniel. Does he become another head coach, or is he going to go offensive coordinator kind of thing?
Offensive coordinator. I think he's going to have a lot of places.
Supposedly Detroit already said something to him.
Yeah, I saw Detroit. The Niners. I think it's as soon as the next few weeks, it's a carousel of coaches to start leaving everywhere for more opportunities or a new change of scenery. So. Yeah, he's gonna be an OC somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not gonna count out that he can't be a head coach. I mean, he has a pretty good idea of an offense. Now, does that mean that he's gonna be a great head coach? I think he had bad personnel, as in roster, kind of being built for him in Miami. He did take Miami to a couple playoff runs.
He lost the locker room, man.
He probably did. We
were saying that earlier in the year. There was so much crap after last season that just the players, they're disengaged.
But look at the players he had. Tyreek Hill, Tua can't throw the ball that far.
They were doing fine with him, and then it's just his goofiness. And look, every cold game, he looks like he's about ready to freeze on the sidelines. He's just his glasses are steaming up. He wears the skinny warm-ups that freaking ankles are showing and stuff. Just a weird dude looking. I don't know. To me, you got to look the part. You got to act the part. He doesn't really look or act the part of a head coach.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I think a lot of that stuff plays into it. Good offensive mind, yeah. Did he get the team kind of back going? Yeah. I just don't think he's the head coach.
Copy that. Copy that.
So
It's going to be interesting. I mean, listen, he goes to the Lions. That's not going to necessarily be pretty for anybody in the NFC North because I think the Lions have a pretty good roster and getting
the only problem though is that's a completely different offense he runs. You need more of a mobile quarterback, and Goff is not a more mobile quarterback. He's a West Coast run and gun type of deal.
Yeah.
Like, watch, where you do probably pretty good at is Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too because I was actually thinking that the Baltimore Ravens might call him for a head coach, but you might be right. Maybe he'll just settle into the OC. Another one that I would say that you and I were not shocked by was Raheem Morris being let go in the Falcons. Yeah. Listen, here's what's going to probably happen in my mind. I think Chris Shula, who's the defensive coordinator of the Rams right now, will probably get a job somewhere. And then guess where Raheem Morris is going? Back to LA to be the defensive coordinator. That's where I think he's going to probably settle into the thing, just like Dennis Allen, just like Josh McDaniels. Hey, I'm a coordinator. That's what I'm going to do.
I was hearing some stuff on the radio and the TV about Raheem Morris. He won his last 4 games. He didn't.
Yeah, he did. Listen, it wasn't because of what he did.
He didn't though. He did not. His team is pretty loaded. Mm-hmm. And I'm sorry. Like to me, he dug himself a grave way too deep, and then I don't know. It's just like you have so much talent on it. You have arguably the best running back. You had a great offensive line.
Great offensive line.
Yeah. I mean, I understand like with Michael Penix Jr. is still a young guy, but I don't know. Like his team was just all over the place. Like I just don't think he's a head coach. We've been saying it all year.
Right. Right.
I heard he's already interviewing for places too.
I hate to say I think so. I hate to say it. I don't want to say it.
This running rule, like seriously.
I don't. What is it doing? Because now, in my opinion, too, as you look at it, I mean, there's guys that people just keep in a Rolodex to just call for to satisfy the Rooney Rule. There's like, hey, just call this guy. Hey, look at we interviewed for the Rooney Rule. So I think it's lost whatever good intentions it was going to do, and people have just worked around it. You're probably right. I think the Rooney Rule probably needs to go away to get into a different kind of form or factor. But yeah, maybe Raheem Morris interviewing with a couple other places is just that. I do definitely think that he'll probably just go back to defensive coordinator overall. I think you and I both have that feeling because I think he is a semi-decent defensive coordinator, pardon me. But, we'll have to see. There's this coaching carousel that's going to go on right now. It's going to be slow moving, but I think that there's going to be some surprises left and right. One that wasn't another shock to us was Kevin Stefanski from the Cleveland Browns. I think,
good for him.
I don't think, get out of there. Get out of there. I mean, and I think that the thing is, Stefanski, will he become another head coach? Possibly. He did win Coach of the Year twice. But the one thing, I was hearing people say this week is like, he's such an offensive genius, right? In air quotes. Then why didn't the Cleveland's offense do any better than it did, over the last couple years?
Well, really, who'd they have throwing the ball this year?
I think that's the thing. When you hand somebody,
by the way, the Shadur QBR is the worst in almost beat the record in Browns history. By the way, so
and that is a feat upon itself. If you're fighting or getting the lead for the worst QBR on the Browns, let me just tell you, you've had plenty of competition. That's for sure. Listen, I think Stefanski, I think he's possibly another head coach. I think he'll probably lean that way. I think that he'd settle for an OC if there was no head coaching jobs available. But he probably will be. He probably will be. I think the Giants are going to make a hard push for John Harbaugh too, but we'll see. It's going to be interesting because, like you said, this next week, if there's a couple more guys out there, what exactly happens? Because Sean McDermott being out there. One interesting
thing I heard about Harbaugh too with Miami is that he's good friends with Ross, and he's talking about him getting total control and his own GMs. I think the GM from the Packers, basically, he's going to be making like Sean Payton money, north of 118 million a year.
That makes sense.
He's going to have a lot to say, a lot of like who I want in my personnel. Obviously, he's going to pick his own coaches, but like the GM thing, and he's going to have the final word.
Well, supposedly before Harbaugh went to the Baltimore Ravens, Miami Dolphins did talk to him quite a bit about possibly being their coach way back when. Listen, I think it's interesting because if he goes to Miami, I'll kind of be happy because the thing I've been kind of worrying about when I heard that LaFleur was on uneven ground is that he would go to the Packers and then make the Packers an unbeatable team. And that would stink. I was just like, God, here's what's going to happen. We're going to play the Packers in the playoffs. We'll see what happens there. And then the Packers are going to get the John Harbaugh right after. Yeah. So I'll be happy if he goes to Miami.
Yeah, real quick, another stat. I heard his playoff record's better with Joe Flacco than with Lamar Jackson, too.
It was.
Listen,
and I'll be honest with you too.
I saw that.
I'll be honest with you too. I think that this is the owner picking Lamar Jackson over John Harbaugh.
Yeah. And we all know
this is
how
absolutely.
That goes, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Pat Bowlen did it with John Elway and Dan Reeves. So, I mean, I'm not saying Lamar Jackson's.
That did work.
Yeah.
But at that point,
Lamar is not Elway. Let's just put it that way.
Elway got to 3 Super Bowls, it lost, and then an MVP and like all pro every year. So Lamar's all pro every year, but no, So
I think it definitely, but I think that's what it was. I think Lamar was, not necessarily married to Harbaugh anymore. I think we heard those kind of rumors or rumblings all year.
You and I were talking about this a few months ago. 18 years, Tomlin's 19. The message gets stale. I don't care who you are.
Oh yeah. Oh no, absolutely.
Eventually,
absolutely.
For you, the players, everything. Good for Harbaugh. Like honestly, there was talk. A few years ago that he was going to beat the Broncos. The Broncos had right before Fangio, they're making a play for him. So like, I'm telling you, like it's not a bad thing for him. I think it's good. I think it's good for the league too. I don't know who the Ravens are going to get that's any better. That's my thing. And maybe you just need a new voice. I'm hearing the D coordinator from
the Rams.
Chargers.
The Chargers. I've heard that one too. Jesse Minter. I've heard the Rams defensive coordinator Chris Shula. Don Shula's grandson. I've heard that one bounced around for them.
Kubiak would be a good one to keep an eye on. His dad coached there. I mean.
Yeah, Kubiak's name was really hot earlier in the season. It's kind of cooled down a little bit. It's going to be interesting.
I think he needs another couple of years of being an OC. Just me, period.
I think I totally agree with you. Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's doing amazing things, and I think he'll get there. Give him a little more time.
I agree. I agree.
That's another thing too. Is like what ruins these coaches too. Is like. Where they're going, complete train wreck. I mean, if the organization is not about winning and not letting allow to pick your own coaches and a few personnel moves, terrible spot. But also, like guys aren't ready. Yeah. It's like, oh my God, he's a good D coordinator, special teams coordinator. Like we saw that with Vance Joseph with the Broncos. I think Vance is ready now, but like his all we kept hearing back in the day was he was a leader of men and. Oh my gosh, his defense was so good. His defense with the Miami Dolphins before he became the head coach here in 2017 was like ranked like 25th or 27th.
Right.
Hardly any takeaways. It's like this isn't a game-changing defense. Like what do you mean he's this great?
Yeah.
But also they hired him and he didn't get to pick his coaches. He wanted to keep Wade Phillips here. That didn't happen. There was just a whole bunch of like he didn't get a say in person like anything. So and I'm actually don't think BJ was ready, but I'm also defending him too. So, that's a lot of things that just happen. It's like, this guy, like Webb for the Broncos, quarterback's coach, he's getting freaking head coaching interviews. He's never called a game except in the preseason. He's a quarterback's coach. He's 30 years old. He just got done playing. Are you kidding me?
It's the same thing that you see with some of these offensive coordinators that get the jobs or get the interviews when the head coach calls all the plays. It's like, but can they call the plays? I mean... this happened with Matt Nagy with Andy Reid. The Bears hired Matt Nagy.
Yeah, and he's listen.
Oh,
and have you seen that stat since he got to the Chiefs, how their offense did?
Has it gone down every year?
Every year it's gone down since he.
I'm not shocked. By the way, I'm sorry. I don't like him.
He did get to the playoffs with Mitch Trubisky, though.
Yeah. Listen, he could not let go of whatever scheme he had. He could, basically he didn't. I don't think he coached the players' strengths. He just kept trying to jam that round peg into the square hole and it just wasn't working. Now, listen, it works really well when you have Patrick Mahomes as your quarterback, right? But my problem is with that is not everybody's Patrick Mahomes. And you're right. I think that the Chiefs have gone down every year. I don't think that anybody's going to give Matt Nagy necessarily the job. I think Nagy probably stays to see if Andy Reid leaves in a couple years, because I don't think Reid leaves this year, obviously. But we'll have to see what happens. Let's Pete Carroll getting let go in the Raiders. I don't think that was shocking to us. I was shocked that he went there. To be honest with you,
$60 million the Raiders are paying in coaches.
That's so crazy, and they're going to have to pay another one. I mean, not only that, how much do they have to pay Chip Kelly to go? Mm-hmm.
It sounds like they're going to trade. So they're going to trade Max Crosby though, which is good.
And I would trade the number one pick too. Trade the number one pick. Trade Max Crosby. Get as much as you can. I'm sorry. I love the Mendoza story, but I don't know if Mendoza's the guy yet.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You got to do your homework. You better get an O-line to protect him.
Yeah, or else you're just going to see another example of.
Here's my question to you, though. What's the best head coaching job, vacant head coaching job right now, do you think? I don't say the Dolphins because you're.
No, I don't say the Dolphins. I'd say it's probably the Ravens, but the Ravens are aging very, very rapidly. But if you're a coach, if you get a coach that's ready to go now, that's ready to peak, I think that you could do some damage there in Baltimore. But I can't sleep on the Falcons the Giants maybe a little bit. They've got the quarterback. They don't have a great offensive line, but they got pieces. They've got a great defensive line. I think you've got some pieces in New York that
I don't know. I don't think the Giants have the right GM.
No, and I still think that he could get let go.
The way they're protecting him and the accountability with him, oh man! And like I said this before, if you watch that Hard Knocks,
when he let go of Saquon.
Well, just watching just his mannerism and how he does business is just like, man, I don't know about this guy. But like for no accountability with him, like I do think there's pieces with the Giants.
Sure,
I think there's going to be one or two teams with a loss this weekend that something's going to open too. So
I totally agree. I think that we really can't fully evaluate all the head coaching opportunities until we see what happens this weekend. Because I think that after the wildcard round, teams will probably still let go of coaches. After the divisional round, if you lose, I don't think the teams necessarily go, hey, you lost the divisional round, get out of here. You know what else that drives me crazy is this, like the Broncos, all the Broncos assistants are interviewing this week.
Can we wait till the season's over with, please?
I'm going to bring that up with one of these teams when we do our pick 'em here in just a minute.
Jesus Christ!
It
goes that bye week. It goes the bye week too, right before the Super Bowl. If your team makes it to the Super Bowl, It's like just wait.
It's a distraction.
Oh man, it is.
Right, and my whole thing is this: just make it NFL. Do us all a favor. Yeah. Say no one can interview for coaches until after the Super Bowl. Till the league year is done. The league year is wrapped up. It hit 0-0 in Santa Clara. Start the madness on, we'll call it the Bright Monday, whatever you want to call it.
On Monday, excuse me.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Don't call it Black Monday. Call it the Bright Monday, and let's just start doing it because you're right. I think it takes away from some of these teams. It's not as bad as a college game on taking some coaches away from teams, which, could still be possibly in the playoffs. But I digress, Ole Miss. My thing is this. I totally agree with you. Oh, great game last night. Totally agree with you. NFL needs to fix this. But I don't think that they will because they love to be look at all these. We've got the playoffs and we've got all this news.
Well, just the talk of everything.
Yeah, the talk. They love it. They love it.
Nonstop. The talk.
Right.
Even though your team's done with it, you're still in the front line of the news. It gets all the fans still.
Would we be talking about the Dolphins?
How many years the Broncos were going through coaches here on their 10-year crappy run from Super Bowl 50?
Yeah. Same thing. Yeah.
You and I'd be talking. I'd be glued to the freaking radio listening. Okay, who are they bringing in? Who are they bringing in? You know?
I did the same thing last year. You know, Bears didn't make it. I was curious. You know, what's going on? Who are we going to get? Are we going to do Mike McCarthy? Is it Ben Johnson? I get it. Last thing, Jonathan Gannigan let go of Arizona. Not shocked. Not getting another head coaching job, in my opinion. Probably defensive coordinator. So let's go kind of talk about the playoffs. Let's jump into the picks. I do have a quick trivia question for you. So Tate, in the current playoff system, there's two teams that have never been to Super Bowls. You could probably name those, right? Jacksonville and Houston. Okay. Who has not been to the Super Bowl the longest?
Out of our current
playoff teams, yeah.
Bears.
Nope. The Bears have been in 2007.
Oh wait, Bills,
1994. Now, little caveat. Who is after them?
Chargers.
Yep. My man. Yeah, I love it. I knew you would get it. That's why I wanted to kind of talk about it. Chargers are so Bills
versus the
1994 for the Bills.
Shanahan was the offensive coordinator. The next year became the Broncos head coach.
Yep. That's when what was it? Stan Humphries? Is that Stan? Is that right? The right name? Yeah. Stan and they just got rolled.
The head coach for the Chargers.
Rolled by the San Francisco
like
49ers.
The Broncos Niners back in 1989, kind of similar.
Yeah, when Montana. Yeah, for sure. 100%. All right, folks, you've been waiting for it. Wildcard Round P's with PJ and Tate. That's right, we're going to give you our picks. Let's talk about Saturday games. Starting off, we'll go with the Los Angeles Rams versus the Carolina Panthers. Last time these two teams did play this year, Carolina ended up winning, which was a shock. Tate, which way do you see this one kind of going?
Yeah, I got the Rams. I think they're pissed. They're ready to roll.
I think so, too.
Do you think the Panthers are going to cover the spread? I don't think the over.
Okay.
But yeah, I think the Rams are going to win by like 8.
Okay.
7, 8 points.
The 10.5 is too much. Got it.
I think the 10.5 is too much in Carolina, but I think the Rams it's do or die. I think the Rams have kind of been playing with teams a little bit, just kind of, because, towards the end of the year, they were definitely hot and cold. Through the last stretch, but I think they're ready to roll.
I think Devontae Adams coming back helps the Rams a lot.
How many more years does Stafford have?
That's why I think that, listen, I think the Rams are a scary team because I think Stafford, for how well he's played this year, I still think he's got another gear in him to try to do this. I'm going to take the Rams to win as well. I think you're right. I think that they are going to, remember the last game, take care of business. I actually got the Rams covering. And part of that is because I watched that pitiful game against the Panthers and the Buccaneers when nobody wanted to win any game, to be honest with you. Weather could be a factor here. E.J. Evero's defense is a little pesky, but I got to be honest with you. I think the Panthers backing in them the way they did, the Rams minus 10.5, I'll take the over 45.5 too.
Speaking of E.J. Evero, I wonder if he's regretting not staying with Sean Payton on his coaching staff.
Very curious about that. If he is, because
he offered him the D coordinator job because the defense was pretty good. He said no because his boy Hackett got fired.
Yeah, wrong. Where is Hackett now? By the way, where in the world is Nathaniel Hackett?
What a
seriously,
what a complete disaster. It's just crazy just to think about 3 years ago where this organization was to where it is.
Yeah, and now you're the number 1 seed in the AFC, so it's a pretty big deal.
That if you want.
when we get to,
we'll get to real quick. Did you have the
Rams
as the over on that or the?
I had the Rams. I had the Rams as the over 45.5.
Okay. Yeah.
The only thing that worries me is a little bit about the weather. It might be rainy there, but if not, I think the Rams.
I don't think it matters.
I think it turns it on.
And I think if it's rainy, the Rams are just going to run the ball all over the place.
Let's go to the second game on Saturday, which is Green Bay Packers versus the Chicago Bears. I've gone back and forth. I've been nervous all week. It's not going to be an easy game for either team. I think both teams have backed their way into the playoffs. Not the Bears lost the last two. The Packers lost the last four. Hey, real interesting. Packers last win, the Bears. Bears last win, the Packers. So you're going to decide it. Three playing three times the last 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's hard.
3 times.
That's hard. For
it is hard.
Yeah. I got the Bears, man. I got the Bears.
Yeah.
I think that place, Soldier Fielder's going to be rocking. That town is going to be rocking right now. I got the Bears, and I got the Bears beating their ass, too.
Ooh. Well, listen, I would be nothing more happy than to hear the Bears whoop the Packers. Because, listen, whoever loses this game... whoever loses this game is going to not feel really good about losing to your rival to get knocked out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think
what's great about the NFL playoff structure, by the way.
Totally agree. Listen, I'm taking the Bears as well, and a lot of that is because the Packers and their injuries lately, it concerns me. As even if I wasn't a Bears fan, I'd be like, hey, Jordan Love hasn't played in a couple weeks. Their defense got beat up. Listen, I think that the Bears losing as they did to the Lions was another wake-up call for them. The Bears are getting healthier. They're getting Kyler Gordon back. So C.J. Gardner-Johnson is not going to hopefully be that liability trying to cover people because, my God, that man had a QBR rating against him that I don't even want to know because everybody was completing passes. Listen, I think that Ben Johnson had a pissed-off practice all week because he was pissed about how that game went against Detroit. I was there, and that offense was flat all game.
Yep. Well,
so I'm going Bears. Yeah, Bears plus 1.5, and I'm sorry, over 44.5. Go ahead.
No, I agree with you. I think, and they should be pissed. I guarantee the players are pissed. I think everyone's bought in. Everyone's pissed. I'm telling you, that town is going to be rocking. Okay, so the last time the Bears were in the playoffs was the Nagy, right? What
So the last time the Bears were in the playoffs, had a home playoff game was with Nagy 2018 when that was the double doink by Cody Parkey. Yep. Then I think they made it the next year against the Saints and just got rolled in the Wildcard Round right away. We backed our way into the playoffs somehow. Listen, you're right. I think that Caleb Williams, I think that this is a big game for him. I think that Jordan Love not playing for a couple weeks is going to affect the Packers a little bit. And listen, when you start hearing that your coach might get fired, I think that's going to affect the Packers' psyche a little bit. Like, hey, what's going on here? Wait, is LaFleur? Yeah. Because listen, I hate to say it, you try to block it out, you're going to hear some of that stuff. Yeah. You're going to hear some of that stuff. So then the players start to question, like, well, is this it? Like, should I start to pack? I think that gets into it, but I think that the main thing is the Bears losing the way they did against the Lions makes this practice all this week that much harder for the Bears. I think the Bears are going to be ready. All right, let's talk about the Buffalo Bills versus Jacksonville Jaguars. I know you picked the Bills to go to the Super Bowl and actually win. I think you did, right?
I did.
And do you continue your belief in the Bills?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, please tell me.
I do think the Jaguars are the hottest team in the
absolutely.
Like I said at the beginning of the year, it's now or never for the Bills. Is the game too big for? Is this too big for some of the Jaguars?
Okay.
Is some of the old psyche going to get back into their head? I'm mostly just because my ego's showing right now.
I figured a little bit. Hey, listen, I would ride my pick
I'm picking
too.
The Bills. Everything we've seen with the Jaguars is just like, holy cow, they're really good. They're really complete. But I think the Bills just got more, and just how inconsistent they've been. Like you and I, like they're done. No, they're back. No, they're not.
It's so listen. I know a bunch of Bills fans, and they are so like pulling their hair out all the time.
I would be too. I would be absolutely livid if I was a Bills fan.
Okay.
and I'll take the over of 51.5.
Okay. Listen, you could have probably easily just told me your response of why the Bills are going to win, and you could have said 2 words, Josh Allen. And I'm actually going the other way. I'm going Jacksonville on this one. I think that the Bills, I think that this is the end. I think it might be the end of Sean McDermott. The Bills are a great team, but their defense does not necessarily scare me. Jacksonville's got an offense, and Jacksonville's got a defense. They've got a more complete team. Yep, and I think Jacksonville.
However, they're not. Here's the thing: Trevor Lawrence is not Trevor Siemian.
Trevor Lawrence, Northwestern coach.
You guys know that the Broncos are.
Yes, of course. He was actually on the Bears too.
Yeah. Anyways, but Trevor Lawrence is just not battle tested.
Okay. Yeah, and that's a very good point. I love that we disagree on this one because I had a feeling with your Super Bowl pick you were going Bills. I just think Jacksonville being the hottest team, man. It's in Jacksonville. Let's go.
I'm right there with
Let's
you.
go.
That's the only reason why I'm doing it is just for podcast drama. I can easily see the Jaguars winning this, but I'm saying the Bills. Screw it.
All right. I like it. Now, let's talk about the next game on Sunday. That's San Francisco 49ers versus the Philadelphia Eagles. This is a tough one. San Francisco reeling a little bit after. I mean, I picked them to beat Seattle, and I was horribly wrong.
Yeah, I was too. I did. I picked them 2 against Seattle. And
So which way are you leaning in here?
I'm going, screw it. I'm going the Niners.
Wow.
And,
in Philly. I like it.
In
okay.
Philly. I think the Eagles they're playing like they started the last 4 games. They're playing like how they ended. Not really ended, but how they got in the playoffs last year. Mm-hmm. Not flashy, mistake-free, good defense. I think Shanahan's got something with the Niners. Just how, yes, are they overachieving? Kind of like the Broncos. Yeah, just the Eagles. Jalen Hurts has not impressed me at all this year, and I'm starting to lean towards that. Is he really? How much more has he got? Because he should be just lighting it up right now. So for me, it's just it's just a hunch. I'm going with the Niners. In Philly, with the over.
Okay.
And I know that every time Fangio's played Kyle Shanahan, he's averaged like 10 points against him. I think this is different now.
Okay. Listen, San Francisco losing the way they did to Seattle when they had that much on the line showed me something. And Seattle's defense is tough. I get that. Philadelphia's defense is tough. Okay? I think Philly's going to do something very similar to Seattle to San Francisco's offense. The other problem that I have is San Francisco's defense did play very well against Seattle. Listen, they only gave up 13 points. This Eagles team has got a little bit more going, I think, and especially in Philly. I don't like this matchup for San Francisco. Now, on the reverse side, though, I will say that Kyle Shanahan does have tricks up his sleeve that he will cover the 5.5. 5.5 is a lot, especially for how well San Francisco was playing this year. One bump in the road, I don't think gives them the, we're going to get blown out kind of thing. But I will say this. I think defense wins championships like we've talked about, right? Defense travels. Defense travels to home too.
Yeah.
So I'm going Philly, San Francisco plus the 5.5, and I'll go under 44.5 because I think it's a defensive battle. Now, here's the other thing. I forgot to say under on 51.5 for the Buffalo Jacksonville. Sorry, I forgot to say that. All right. Chargers versus New England.
You go first on this.
I'll go first. And you know what? And here's the thing that concerns me about the Chargers and the New England Patriots here. 2 things. Number 1, Chargers might charger again. They have this ability. The other thing that I'm worried about is Jesse Minter being head coach possibility everywhere. It's going to start to get into his head. Are you focusing on New England or are you focusing on possibly where you're going next? Because you never know. He might be talking to teams on the side right now, his agent, and he might be trying to build his staff. I'm not saying that that's happening, but it concerns me because when your name's up for grabs, I think, especially for a head coach, you only get this opportunity a couple times, sometimes only once. It's going to be distracting. That concerns me. Now, the other thing that I'll say reverse side concerns me about New England. Like you said a couple weeks ago, who has New England played this year? They haven't really played a lot of great teams.
What defense have they played in? I'm sorry, but the Chargers defense is
Chargers defense is for real. Chargers defense is for real. I think New England's defense is for real though too. The thing that came down to it for me is Mike Vrabel and being back in New England. I think he's going to give them a playoff win that they haven't seen in a little bit. That's the deciding factor for me. That's when I was looking at, because I almost went Charger, but the Minter stuff, I just said, you know what, screw it. I'm going Mike Vrabel because I trust him. So I'll go New England minus 3.5, and I'll get the under 45.5. Go ahead.
Nice. That's a great breakdown. I agree with a lot of that with you. However, I'm
You're charging
my Chargers.
Woo!
Yep. And it's not the powder. It's not the baby powder blue.
They're gonna go to that means they're going to Denver next week. If they win, they go to Denver,
and they're going to beat Denver too next week.
Oh wow! Wait, hang on. Timeout. Preview. Little that, folks, is called a hook. To listen to next week's show. That's crazy. I don't buy into any of that. Listen, I think I could see it. I could definitely see the Chargers.
I'm telling you, if not now, like win with Herbert, and I mean Harbaugh's a great coach. Yeah, they're missing their O-line. Who's the Patriots defense played? I know Josh McDaniels is scheming like a mother. I think they're going to come up with tricks up their sleeve that freaking Drake May's not going to know what to do with. I think it's going to be a very good game, but I got the Chargers.
All right. I like it. Over or under on the 45?
I got an over.
Okay. All right. You think it's going to be a shootout? Let's talk about the game finally on Monday night. Houston Texans versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Listen, I'll lead on this one too. I think Pittsburgh's very lucky to be there. I know that they fought really hard in that Baltimore game. I think the bell is going to toll for the Pittsburgh Steelers to be done. Houston Texans defense is legit. And I don't see the Pittsburgh Steelers offense doing really much of anything especially against that fast-moving, get pressure kind of defense. Rodgers is going to have a problem. And I know he likes to move around. He ain't going to move around on these guys. You're going to try those short passes. Not going to work. It's not going to work. Houston minus 3. Give me under 38.5 because I don't believe the Steelers are going to score that much. You go.
Yeah.
Hit me.
I'm very similar. Yeah, I got the Texans covering the spread, and I got an over of 38.5. I think the Texans are just going to wax them. Like they're going to go in there, not going to know what to do. Mm-hmm. Maybe there's a little bit of Rodgers magic. You're not really seeing it all year, but no, the Texans are too much. The Steelers snuck in to the playoffs with the missed field goal.
Yeah,
I think Tomlin, it's done there, just like with Harbaugh.
Yeah.
And I think it needs to be for him and the organization.
I agree.
I mean, he's never had a losing season. Great, but the message,
like you said,
stale there too.
The message is stale, and they went into the well and they won and beat the Baltimore Ravens one more time. I get it. Good for you. Now here's the other thing I'll say about the Texans. I think if the Texans were playing Baltimore, Baltimore would give them a little bit better game, but I think the Texans would have beat Baltimore too. I don't think it would have mattered. Yeah. Plus, the Texans play very good in the Wildcard Round, everybody. They, even when they're not supposed to win, in air quotes, they do. And this one, I think they're supposed to win. They're used to playing in this round. They don't care. Here we go. Listen, I'm going to give you a second because I know we haven't given you your Broncos soapbox for a while. So I want to, and I know you've been dying to kind of tell me some stuff. Or tell our adoring fans some stuff. Yeah. So hit me. Why the Broncos? No love. It's out after next week.
It's a combination of what I know about football and then listening to the radio, as much sports radio I listen to local radio. Mm-hmm. I'm not out on my island right here. They're not. Their offense is a complete joke right now. Okay, great. They play the Chargers backups. Mm-hmm. Move the ball, but can't score in the red zone. You can tell as soon as they got the pick six, Sean's like, I'm gonna do a swing pass. It's gonna be a a run up the middle, then it's going to be a screen. But he didn't show him anything, and all people are like, he's hiding his arsenal. He's hiding it. It's like I've been hearing that crap for a majority of the year. Like what you got to do is look at trends and what they're doing all year. Like they refuse. Like still, Sean and Bo are both screaming at Sean for not getting the play-in time on the last game of the year. So, and Sean's like, we're treating this like a playoff game to get the number 1 seed. Like I'm not expecting them to like just go all out on that game, but like let's score some points. Let's open. They didn't have a ball thrown over 30 to 25 yards against it. They didn't even try to. Like you still got to work on timing.
Yeah.
And all they're doing is he's playing to the strength of his defense. So what happens if they get down 14 points in the playoffs? They can't stack points. I mean, Cortland Sutton had another. It wasn't as bad as the Chiefs game, but he had drops. Everyone has drops. I was watching the playoff game against the Bills last year, like 5 drops, first downs last year. This is an epidemic of this team. I just don't see it. Have they overwent my expectations 100%?
Yeah.
But they're the worst 1 seed, meaning that they have 12 wins that they came back and won from. Like it's just not sustainable. They don't have the firepower. They don't. I mean, Bo had no time to throw the ball against backups. No time. Like I don't know the hell their offensive line. Stink broke down their offensive line. Can't block. There's the simplest stuff. Sean's just throwing crap against the wall again. I don't know. I don't see it. I do not see it this year. I think the only team they can get a playoff win would be the Steelers. That's it. That's okay. I'm serious.
So
I think the Chargers got their number. I think the Texans come back. We already see what the Jaguars would do. I think if they did play the Jaguars, they would it would actually be a closer game. I think the Bills would just go crazy on them. So
what about Houston? Houston.
Oh no, I think Houston. I think it would be a tight game, but Houston would win. Again, I mean, I know they beat them earlier in the year, but it was 15-18. It's just every game is a struggle. Every game their offense can't do this. Bo's always screaming at Sean, get the goddamn formation in. Like, yeah. This isn't a this is all year long. So what makes you think automatically now you're in the playoffs, the stakes are higher, the teams are prepared, like bring their A game more. What makes you think anything's going to be different? Like they have been playing on a lot of luck too. Like everything's been working out for them. They've been playing to the strength of their defense. Their defense isn't getting pressure, which we've seen that since the bye. The Chiefs, the Chargers game they did, but it was the 1s versus the 2s. And you had, freaking the Chargers backup got Trey Lance, just god awful. I mean, and wide receivers were wide open all game.
Their secondary
I think they've overachieved. I just think they've overachieved. I think they need some firepower in offense. I'm not saying you go trade for a free agent, but you need to find someone who can break away. Every receiver catches the ball and falls down. They don't even try to turn up the field unless it's a designed bubble screen. They got pieces.
Screens.
Screens. Yep.
Screens drive me crazy. That means you can't run the football.
Yeah.
I mean,
and that's what he's doing. And then RG Harvey had lanes. He regressed, didn't hit the hole hard. They should have went with Jaquan McMillan. He was playing much better. They don't. But I know what Sean's just like, we're up 10 points. Dude, their offense isn't doing crap against our defense. Screw it. We're just going to. It's just that whole mentality of like playing not to win. And like, dude, in the playoffs, you go take the son of a gun. You go take the win. You don't play not to win. Kyle Shanahan does that. Frickin' Campbell does that. You go take it. You take it.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at with the Broncos. I hope to God I'm wrong. I just don't see it. I just think I think they're a left guard away. I think they need linebackers who can cover. They need another corner, and they need some firepower on offense. And they need another running back who could break a tackle. And J.K. Dobbins isn't it. Yeah, he was playing great. He's always hurt. He's hurt again. No, sorry.
Okay, when did J.K. Dobbins go down? Like week 10?
Deal? What's that?
When did
Yeah,
Dobbins go
something
down? Like
that.
week
And
10?
He was playing. He was playing great.
He was playing
Don't get me
good,
wrong, but
yeah.
he's hurt every year. He's hurt every year. So I just
Yeah.
think they're kind of a fraud. And I'm sorry, Broncos fans. Trust me, I'm livid when I watch these games. Like I just don't see it. And the whole thing with Sean not being able to get a goddamn play in. We've seen this like this happens more than not.
Yeah. No.
Like, he's screaming at him. And Sean Payton's this offensive mastermind because he's got
like that rolling paper down. Hang on, X45, 7Z, Swag White. Yeah.
Like I said earlier this year, number one.
Yeah. Just run number 2. You have a Velcro. Hit 3. Yeah. Give me 3. Yeah. Okay, I got 3. Yeah.
Hey, let's do 3 blue. Okay, got it.
Got it. 3 blue. Yeah.
Honestly,
exactly.
Bo's best games is when he has time to get to the line of scrimmage with like 12 to 15 seconds to process the defense.
Yeah.
When he starts struggling is when he has to get to. I got to hurry up.
When he plays with his hair on fire, like that's the thing. Yeah. He runs around
like he did great though. Like he gave up a few. I mean, he got sacked, but he had no time to throw the ball, and he actually ran a shitload against the Chargers. I like Bo. I do. I think Bo's fine. Bo's timing a little bit, but like I'm not impressed with their receivers anymore. I'm tired of Cortland Sutton. Like, yeah, is he clutch? He pulls some crap out of his ass. He does, but he drops a lot of balls. He always has. Like, they lead the league in drop balls, and they're like in the top 3 or 4 for freaking 3 and outs. I'm sorry, and it's not like they're running the ball. Like, dude, like if I'm a team here, I'm going to shut down the Broncos run and then play zone.
Yeah, just. And here's the thing: change up everything, right? Defensively audible, like maybe like right before, because it's just gonna drive him crazy. Because number one, Bo's still staring at the sideline trying to figure out what Sean's trying to call.
Yeah. I know.
The one stat I did see that J.K. Dobbins had more yards rushing this year than Javonte Williams did playing all of last year, and J.K. Dobbins went out in week 10. Yes, and I do agree with you. It's like the ghost of Jerry Jeudy is still around these Broncos players because they're like, oh my God, I got to drop it. All
of them. Like Ingram does it, Cortland does it. Franklin has gotten a little bit better, but he'll drop in a big game like next week.
He'll drop it.
Big game.
He'll drop it
every big game. Okay, Bo played phenomenal Green Bay game. You know what it was? The play was getting off in time. They had a pocket. He stepped up. He stayed in the pocket, and the timing was amazing. Like there's definitely pieces to this team. But I'm telling you, like, whatever the hell, I mean, and every expert who watches the Broncos is saying the same thing I am. Like, everyone's like, I'm really worried about their offense because what have I been saying all year? Eventually, the offense is going to have to bail out the defense. The defense has been on the field the entire year. The defense has bailed out the offense every game, damn near.
Got it.
It's the Green Bay game, no offense. The Cowboys game, no, and Cincinnati game, no. So that's where I'm at. So like the Steelers, they could beat the Steelers. Texans will be close. I think they'll play the Jaguars close again because it's the Jaguars and they got their asses beat. I think the Bills will wax them, and I think the Chargers will barely beat them again.
Copy that.
So
wow.
I'm just not very high on them, and I hope they got them wrong. And it's not me being pessimist. This is just what I've seen.
So you're telling me there won't be a Bears-Broncos Super Bowl? Come on, Tate. Let's go, bro.
I hope so.
Orange and blue all the way.
Bet.
We do actually have a bet. Yeah, we do have a bet that does pay us. For our listeners out there, Tate and I think in like week 11, we both were like, hey, let's take the Bears-Broncos Super Bowl just to see, So we're still alive on that.
Profit at 220. Yeah, please.
Yeah, please. Let's do it. All right, folks. So that's going to wrap it up for our Wildcard Peas with PJ and Tate. Stay tuned. We'll be back with you this week to recap the Wildcard Round and start talking about the division round. Other than that, take care. Go Bears. Bear down. And we are out.